we've made little tiny sketchbooks using different artists as inspiration. So we began by looking at Ian Murphy, and this piece here is a copy of Ian Murphy. So if you notice, I've focused on having lots of high contrast to use the materials he's using. So I've got graphite powder, white pencil, white oil pastel, I have a pen, several, so there's a ballpoint pen and there's an ink pen there as well. So I've done a tiny little detail of one of his, and I've worked over the top of paper to try and create a similar effect. And then I've taken a drawing of an area that I know and love. So this is the bridge on the way to just past King's Lynn, on the way when I go up to visit family up north. So Sutton Bridge, and it's the little piece that you go over here, where I always think, oh, am I going to get through, because it always feels really tight. So I've used Ian Murphy's style, and I've got pen, white pen, grey pastel, some chalk and some ink, and I've got the windows at the top, and I've tried to create a pattern and a texture and a surface that moves across. And we then moved on to the Boyle family. So these are rubbings from around my house, trying to get looking in different kind of directions. So I've used different bits of paper. I've taken a pencil to rub with, I've used an oil pastel and a wax crayon to rub with, and then I've gone back and I've used Ian Murphy's techniques and styles to enhance them. So I've drawn over the top here using pens and lots of different materials. So I've got a pencil, I've got two different pens to create different effects. I've used some letter stencils as well. So I wanted to try and build on the techniques I'd used before, and I've worked my way through with lots of different surfaces here. We then moved into the sculpture, and if you remember in class I did this one where I just took some pieces of paper and I folded and creased them to create a piece of sculptural work that would move and bend and make interesting shapes when I took photographs with it with the light. So I've taken the same technique and I've applied that technique to my little mini matchbox. So I've overlaid where I did the rubbings and the drawings, and then I've cut and folded some of the little pieces of paper so they make quite interesting shadows, and you can see some of the shadows appearing on the surface here from the light behind. I've taken that image, and now, having looked at the Singh twins, I'm going to produce my drawing across these last pages here. I've taken a photograph of my studio where I'm working, so I'm starting here with the desk that I've got, and then I'm going to work my way all the way across in order to show you different ways in which I can draw their work. And I'm going to aim, because it's me, not a copy of them, so I'm going to use hard lines that I use with Ian Murphy. Then I'm going to use some oil pastels and some pencils and some chalks. I've put in the background some mixtures of text. I've done some rubbings, and I've put some printed bits and blocks of colour in as well. Now I'm going to start doing my drawing. So I will do the drawing on a different image, speed it up so you can see how I create this image. I hope yours look at this exciting, and I look forward to seeing them.